Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Kilgore 707 state qualifier tournament. Here with the head coach of the Palestine Wildcats, Coach James Reyes, after his team played their first 7-on-7 game in about 7 years, Coach. And I know guys didn't come out with the win, but I think you were able to take some positive things from your guys' first game.
We did, and to be honest with you, as a head coach, you just want your kids to come out and compete. And I felt like our kids did. We were about 4 plays away from really being in the mix and having a chance to win. We got a 3rd and 15s, just like in a game. You got to get off the field on 3rd and 15 and can't throw picks. And if we get a chance to pick it off, which we had a chance today to pick 6 it, we got to make sure we take care of that.
Is that one of the benefits from 7-on-7? Is you can only simulate so much in off season and in your athletic period, because the kids know it. And ultimately, that's a teammate.
Right.
But it's different when you got somebody from a different school and a different colored jersey, and there's a little situational football. Mm-hmm. Those are things. I would assume you think are benefits from 7-on-7 that even though you can't coach them, you can coach to those things when you get in the athletic period on Monday.
Right. And the big thing for us is the quarterback reads. And we run our offense. We're not doing anything different. We're not playing 7-on-7. We're doing.
You're not running a 2-yard curl or a defensive tackle would be?
No, we're making sure that our kids are running the right routes and things. And what we're also doing is we're making sure the quarterback's reads are good. We're running in open space. We're making sure our defensive guys are able to tackle in open space, which touching the guys tackling for us right now.
Rallying into the ball, right?
Rallying the ball. And so it's been good for us. And the other thing is, one big thing is I've been calling the offense all week, or the last really 3 weeks during the class period. This is really the first day that the quarterbacks have had to go out there and do it. I don't have a guy on the field, a parent or anybody like that. I want my quarterbacks to do it so they can learn their offense.
Sure, and that's going to help your quarterback in his development, where he's reading defenses and reading coverages, right, and being able to get you guys in the right situations, right?
Right, it is, and we got a bunch of young kids out there too, and they're learning. I think we only brought 3 seniors total, so our sophomore class and our freshman class are pretty strong, and we got about 10 seniors, and they're all very good football players, and we're going to lean on them this year, but. Our youth out here will be good as we move forward.
Yeah, you mentioned, we talked off camera, you've got a really big junior class, and you're going to rely on those guys heavily. When you have a young football team, you've been doing this. I don't want to date you, but you've been around a little while. You kind of know, your coaches know you're going to go through some growing pains. How do you, as a coach, deal with those growing pains and keeping the kids' confidence up, and they don't get down on themselves, and they keep their head up and they keep working, because ultimately they're going to be good football players as they mature?
Well, in our district, as you know, is one of the best districts in the state of Texas. And
it's pretty tough. It's
hard to keep a positive attitude all the way through. But for our kids, we just got to put them in the right situations to be successful, and that's what we're doing right now. We've scaled down the offense a little bit to where they can be successful. And a lot of our kids have played in 10 games. Mm-hmm. And so, we're returning a lot of kids. And so that's going to benefit our kids as well.
And you mentioned the toughness of the district. And it's one of those things where, when you're trying to build a program, if you feel like as you're pushing that rock up the hill, if you can get kind of that one win and kind of really the thing has a potential to take off. And I know you got work to do, and you're still kind of building. But do you feel like if you can get that win in district play and kind of have that name win, it'll really kind of turn things around?
Yeah, I think so. We start off with Henderson. That's a big game for us. We got to go in there and win it. And I think we got Chapel Hill and Kilgore back to back, or Chapel Hill and I think Kilgore back to back. But
just some patsies, no big deal, right?
No big deal. Only went to the state championship the last 2 or 3 years in a row. But there's good football teams all the way through. Pine Tree's come down; they've done a good job. And
Lindell's
loaded, and a lot of good football coaches too, and a lot of good guys. And I'm fired up about being in this district. I've had to play them first round the last 3 years, and so we're looking forward to it. And we're going to jump in it and again this year, and hopefully make some waves and try to get into the playoffs this year. But we also got to try to jump on a couple of non-district opponents.
There you go. Well. Now, one thing, one of the nicest stadiums in the state that I have not covered a game at is Wildcat Stadium in Palestine.
Come on,
tell us what makes a Friday night in Palestine special.
Again, we're sitting there in the Piney Woods, and Coach Mr. Marshall and then the school board have done an amazing job of updating our facilities. We probably have the best weight room facility in 4A in the state of Texas. And, you know, our football facility is as good as anybody's as
You guys
well.
get a lot of playoff games.
That's it.
You
All
get
the
a lot
time. We're sitting there between the DFW and the Houston area, so it's a good, happy medium for both those guys.
So you tell in November, December, tell all those teams to now. As long as y'all aren't playing,
That's
come,
right.
come play in
That's
Palestine,
right.
right?
Come on.
There you go. There he is, Coach James Reyes, head coach of the Palestine Wildcats. Coach, appreciate your time.
Yep.
And good luck in 2025.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Matt.